Self-advocacy doesn't need to be so hard, but it is the doors that open a whole world to the resources and accommodations that you might need in order to live your everyday life. Welcome, my Phoenix family, to One-Footed Phoenix. When you live with a disability, you are often forced to learn how to navigate a world that is not built with disability in mind. Often you may encounter public spaces that are not accessible or school systems that don't accommodate your needs. But the challenges you face out in the world, those challenges are not because of you as a person. Those challenges are because our world is simply designed for the able, by the able. Another example of our world being designed by the able-bodied is that where I live, a lot of the homes are not going to be designed to work for someone that uses a wheelchair. In fact, the majority of homes that exist in this area are not single-level living homes. And I could say the same for apartments. Most apartments are also not designed for a wheelchair in mind. So today, I'm going to be giving you a simple script that you can use to learn how to better accommodate for yourself, even when our world might not be designed with you in mind. There's actually a lot of things that a business can do to make their space more accessible, and there's a lot of things that schools can do to make education also more accessible for someone like you. So because I have a variety of disabilities, and not just the one that you guys see all the time that this channel is mostly about, I decided that I would bring in a few characters to help me out today in explaining how you can self-advocate for yourself with a variety of different disabilities. Because you might be sitting on the other side of this video and not be an amputee. You might be sitting on the other side of this video and you are an amputee and you don't need a wheelchair. Or you might be sitting on the other side of this video and just curious about what other kinds of disabilities go into this category and idea of being able to advocate for yourself. Alright, so the sample script I'm going to give you guys in order to help you in your journey to speak up more and be able to advocate for yourself is this. So when you need to speak up with someone about your disability and about the kinds of things that help you or hurt you with said disability, here's something that you can follow. So here's the sample script. I currently live with blank, and you're going to insert your disability. That can affect blank. And you're going to insert whatever disability related struggles into that blank. And then you're going to say, it helps me when blank, and then you're going to insert whatever helps you or accommodations you feel like you need in order to be successful in a job, at school, in whatever situation you feel like you need the help in. And then at the end of that, you'll say something to the effect of, can we work out a plan so that I can more effectively do my job or function or whatever it is that you are trying to do with your disability. And that's about it. It's pretty simple, but you do have to kind of get used to filling in whatever that looks like for you. And I will give you a few examples of what it looks like to actually fill in those blanks as well.
I currently live with phantom pain. It makes it difficult to focus and learn. And the medications I need to function make it so I cannot drive, which is hard. It helps me when my human has time to rest before or after an activity that requires a lot of energy. Even simple things make my human use a lot of energy, such as laundry or dishes that is easy for you when you have no chronic pain. But it is not easy for me. Is there a way to accommodate pain? What should we do when we ask nicely for accommodation, but they make pain feel worse?
Well, pain, it's actually against the law under the ADA laws in America to mistreat you as a patient. You have the right to the medical care that you need, and you have the right to ask for it. That's why a lot of times doctors give you the decision in surgeries such as amputation, because if it's not necessary to save your life, then you may be given the choice to have an amputation or not. Like in your case, your human had the choice to amputate or not, Pain.
Does that mean Pain has to sue someone when Pain does not get what Pain needs? What do you do when they still don't listen?
But if they don't want to accommodate you or help you with what you really need when you ask, remind them that it's the law for them to listen to you and then make their decisions. And if you still can't get what you need, it might be time to change doctors or change tactics. Okay, so example 2. Guys, where's ADHD? Oh, are you talking to me? I'm here. I was always here. But until now, nobody called for me. So, I just kind of did my thing in the background, Actually, my human didn't even know that she had me until she was 16 years old. Like, that is way late to know that you have ADHD. You might think that ADHD stands for something totally and completely different, but no. ADHD, let me set the record straight, stands for I am an awesome dreamer and a hopeful, determined person. Or ADHD. The real clinical name of ADHD, it sucks. Like, who came up with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder anyway? Ugh. People and their names. But ADHD stands for more than just I have my head in the clouds or I like to be a daydreamer. I struggle to function with the real tasks that are from day-to-day life, kind of important, but I'm wildly creative and I don't get this hat for no reason. Guys, I get this wonderful, awesome, and amazing hat because I come up with all the good ideas. So you need me. But I realized that I can function better with the small tasks when I get frequent breaks or when those steps are given to me through a spoken format, but when those tasks are also given to me in a written format with all of the steps laid out. For example, the more complex a process is, probably the more complex that list needs to be. But also try to keep it simple because I can only keep so many thoughts in this amazing brain of mine for so long. Actually, I am responsible for the fact that my human has all of these great characters for you guys on her YouTube channel. Yep, that was me. But with all the great things that come along with ADHD, I can struggle in the most embarrassing ways sometimes. Like, I can really struggle to be on time places, or I can really have a hard time with finding my keys because I set them down somewhere when I was hungry. And maybe that's what makes her a good YouTuber, and also maybe even a good friend. Because no conversation is dull with me around. So, can we work on a plan so that I can actually, function at my best and help my human instead of hurting her? Hi there, I'm Lexi. My name comes from dyslexia. I struggle with spelling even when there's a spell check. It helps to have someone read my work. I struggled in school for a long time because people didn't know I had a name. I thought that everyone saw the words move. They don't. It helps me when I have an audiobook, especially if I can read along with it. Sometimes when my teachers use colored paper, that also helps me to read it even a little bit better. Lexi makes my human really good at art because Lexi can think in 3 dimensions better than 2, but Lexi struggles with math and reading, which sometimes makes Lexi's human feel not very seen. So can we work together? Maybe there's some things we can do to help Lexi. Lexi's always been a little bit of a problem. Can you help us? I believe in you, my Phoenix family, and I believe in your potential to be able to speak up for yourself and to tell people what helps or what hurts you. For most of us in this disability sphere, we have the capability to ask for what we need. But I think a lot of times for many of us, we're scared to do so because we've had bad experiences with people telling us that we can't have what we need, or because we've had bad experiences with people trying to take away what we need. But that, my friends, is called discrimination, and it's not okay. So I encourage you to be brave and to stand up for yourself. If you would like to help me out with a small favor by sharing something that I know can really help my friend, you can check out those links down in the description down below. You don't need to donate necessarily to the cause, but if you could help me by giving just a few seconds to share his story, why they need help in the way that they do, it means a lot to me. And I do believe that my influence here on YouTube should be used for good. If you would like to find more help on self-advocacy, I encourage you to go sign up for my free email newsletters that go with the video that is posted every single week here on YouTube. Go to rise.onefootedphoenix.com if you're ready to rise and start finding your way out of disability. And if you liked this video, you can check out my next one over here on the common mistakes that people make when they are working on their own self-advocacy. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching!